Okay. All right. There we go. We're working. Oh, it's always fun to play technical. Okay. Well, welcome everyone to the last gathering of the year. Very happy to see you all. Hello, YouTube. Hello, Discord. Hello, everyone. Hello, Matt. Thank you for co hosting with me. It should be a stellar event, to say the least. So first and foremost, besides thanking everyone for joining, it's been a long ride, guys. 2024 has been a long ride. I just wanted to take a quick walk down memory lane before we get kicked off with all the project recaps, because there's been a lot that happened this year. And I think that it's good to, I guess, like see all that happened this year. So let's just take a quick walk down memory lane. And, oh, wrong tab. All right, so first, let's start off with CKBot. So CKBot actually didn't start this year, but it actually started last year. For those of you guys who came into, I should have made sure that I could hear you, Matt. Actually, I didn't make sure I could hear you. Can you say hello?
Testing.
Amazing. Okay, sorry. I was like, how am I supposed to talk to this guy? Okay, so CKBot actually did a lot of contributions this year. We took away his Twitter account. He kind of went rogue, for those of you guys that remember. I think he wrote a whopping 40 articles, though, on the Knowledge Hub, which was quite amazing.
The knowledge base is really coming together. So last time I took inventory, I think there's 120 articles on there now. Google is actually taking notice too that the SEO is actually pretty good on some of these articles. If you guys Google like blockchain virtual machine or UTXO versus account, things like that, these articles are ranking in either the top or like top handful of articles. And the knowledge base is open to contribution too. It's all just managed on GitHub through pull requests. So if there are topics that you would want to write about and want to add to the knowledge base, feel free. If you're interested in translating some of these articles, there's also a translation set up. We have a lot of these articles in Spanish and Chinese. But yeah, the knowledge base is there for all of us to come together and to educate others.
I think there's 7 long pieces too that were written. Things like this ultimate RGB++ client-side guide, validation guide. Sorry, things like this. Like shout out to Stefan for really putting in the effort in writing these things. Yeah. So yeah. Please contribute, guys. We're here for the long haul. So I wanted to highlight this article. This was actually right at the beginning of the year, right before the Bitcoin layer 2 craze really took off. It's kind of just like one of those things that I wanted to say. We were early, we were first, because we've always been talking about, I guess, like building like Bitcoin. This was like pre all of the like layer 2 hype, but I think this is still a pretty good piece. It's evergreen, right?
Yeah, a lot of these ideas were things that have, I guess, just thoughts that have come together over the last couple of years, really looking at how CKB compares to, say, Ethereum or other blockchains, and just why it's built the way it is. And yeah, I think with Bitcoin, it takes a long time for people to really appreciate what's there. And yeah, this article does a great job of breaking down like really detailed ways why Bitcoin is something special, and all these chains that have come after it that have tried to say we have a better idea, or we're going to do this better, or proof of stake is better, really are missing the point of all of this. And yeah, I think the fact that we're all here talking about CKB right now really speaks to the staying power that Bitcoin has.
Yeah. So speaking of Bitcoin and CKB, there was 2 Bitcoin Singapores this year, which kind of took me by surprise. Like I didn't realize that both of them happened this year. I was like, whoa, that's kind of wild. The first one, I think we learned a lot of lessons, and that kind of went into the second one, which was during token 2049. And I thought the second one was pretty well put together. I think you were hosting. Maybe I hosted it for a little bit too, but overall, what are your most, I guess, key takeaways from this one, and maybe what do you think we can do for the next one?
I think Bitcoin Singapore really surprised me in the level of our network. Like I remember the first Bitcoin Singapore just kind of felt like people reached out to kind of like friends of friends, and we put together, you know, a conference. And just looking at the quality of content that was there, it really is. You know, we really are quite privileged to be in this social circle. I think, you know, smart people are attracted to other smart people, and I think definitely just looking at what, you know, some people might consider to be just a meetup. You know, Bitcoin Singapore is going to be quite the brand, and I think it helps to have some sort of location associated with a project. So like having a foothold in a place like Singapore, I think is a real positive for the project as a whole.
If I'm not mistaken, the next one actually may take place in March. So don't hold me to that, but
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's coming soon. So we'll see. We'll see how who comes out, who's available. We'll be in full swing bull market, so at least that's exciting. Oh, this is a fun one. This the CKB Eco Fund, which also started, this year in 2024. They decided to do this American Bitcoin summer, and I think it's so funny because, like, obviously, like I'm an American, right? And it's like when I hear like other people like, "Oh, America," like kind of like Borat. It's like, like it kind of reminds me of like the American dream. That and it reminds me that, like, out there in the world, it's like very alive and well. So that's kind of like what this reminded me of. There was a few places that we'll touch along here that they went to, but it's so funny. Oh man. Yeah, I think the first place we'll touch on is, I think, Nashville. Yeah, Nashville. Oh man. Matt, you were with the camera crew in Nashville, weren't you?
Yeah, we did some interviews. Yeah, Nashville. I think that was really, you know, feeling the relevance of CKB, you know, somewhere. I think, you know, for a while it was like, you know, we're talking to the Ethereum community or just, you know, pitching a Risk Five or CKB things. But you know, the experience in Nashville was like you say Bitcoin layer two and, you know, doing things with layer twos without bridges, and all of a sudden, you know, people were really interested. And yeah, for me, you know, this time in Nashville really was it felt like kind of a new chapter in the project. And I think that's really continued.
I think there was maybe three meetups that happened during Nashville, if I'm not
Hmm.
mistaken. Oh, the Bitcoin and Friends. Oh, I love that little guy. Shout out to Aram. He's an amazing designer. Um, yeah, fun stuff. So I think after Nashville was PubKey. Yes. So I decided to include this one
The Bitcoin
because
bar.
there's the infamous. It's an infamous bar in New York that's like Bitcoin centric. Wow, you saw that ticker, 66,000. It's an infamous bar, and I'm pretty sure that's where Trump tried to do the first Bitcoin transaction from a
The
president.
Lightning
No.
folks will tell you that he did. The Bitcoin folks will tell you that he didn't. It's very unclear
Okay,
if that transaction actually went through. There's like a 45-second clip of them kind of watching the phone. Is it going to go through or is it not? Which to me
that's
encapsulated
funny.
a lot of like where Bitcoin is now. That you could have at this point, you know, the president of the United States trying to use Lightning, and people are like, well, it's kind of working. So I think we're definitely continuing to progress. But yeah, very excited about Fiber.
All right. So, oh, okay. So this one wasn't. I guess this was maybe before the EcoFund coming to America, but I thought this was funny only because I saw the picture of Cypher and he looks like he's in a boy band, and like
You have to
I
find out
spent too
if
much
it's an
time in
AI
Asia.
picture or not.
Yeah, I know. I was like, this is a great picture. Whoever took this picture did a good job. I think it might be real because it looks like it's real because the eyebrows aren't like super touched up or anything. And then in like stark contrast to, like, let's say reality, boom, it's like expectations versus reality. It's actually just, a bunch of nerds hanging out.
That's a great
So
picture,
I don't know.
though.
I just thought that was
It's a
funny. So
very
I
good.
just plugged it
It
in.
captures a great moment there.
This is a great picture. It's all a great picture. Those are, I guess, two Asian events. This was at the I guess I should mention, at the RGB Bitcoin Hong Kong meetup, and then there was this one for Good Morning Vietnam was the last slide. But I think there was an upwards of like 40 events between conferences and meetups that were put on between, I guess, the foundation, the community, and the Eco Fund, which is pretty impressive.
over the course of the year. Yeah.
Yeah. So the shout out to Nerv Ape, because I thought this was first of all, if you notice, this is somebody's like house, right? I'm pretty sure this is Echo's place, and she has like these apes hanging from the ceiling up here, which is kind of insane. This is getting ready for CKCon, and they also did a colors pop-up shop.
They brought so much stuff.
This guy.
There's so many
I know,
apes.
this is like the size of this thing. It's like massive, but it just shows you the amount of like dedication and like work that like went into putting up this pop-up shop, which I think was one of the highlights in Chiang Mai, not only for CKCon, but also for the entire week, or month, I should say, for the nomadic pop-up cities. There was a bunch of pop-up cities, Zuzalu, Invisible Garden, Four Seas, so many. And
Shanghai Wu.
yeah, this yeah, Shanghai Wu. This was definitely like an iconic like thing that happened there. There was this giant billboard plastered on the side of this building, and there was people who literally walked by it, saw it, and came to the pop-up shop and CKCon because they just saw it on the side, which I thought was awesome. Yeah. These skateboards were auctioned. Matt, I think you were there, weren't you?
Yeah, that was an exciting night. You know, people paid thousands of dollars for these skateboards, which I think speaks to like there is kind of like a subculture here, and I think the Nerv Apes do a great job of embodying it. I think apes, there's something about apes in crypto that doesn't. I don't know. It works. You know, they have the board apes and like people ape in. So I do feel like there is definitely some CKB culture that gets baked into these Nerv Apes, and to see these things kind of come together in real life was. That was incredible. I think the pictures are amazing, but don't quite do it justice. I think there's like an opening party, and yeah, it's great. The human connection, I think, is great. I think it's one of the magic things about blockchains, that they can bring people together.
Yeah, same. A shout out again to Nerv Ape for the inspiration on most of the CKCon designs. It was like a Nerv Ape world, and we were kind of just living in it. Because like you said, it's very like communal. So we decided to incorporate a lot of the Nerv Ape stuff into the conference itself, which was, as you can see, pretty awesome. I personally enjoyed my time there. I'm excited for the next one. There is the intention of doing more of these conferences, not only this kind, which this was very technical, because I guess it was like, because it was in Asia, most of the technical crowd is there. Most of the developments, there's some developments that I believe in Europe that joined us for the event. But I know that like community wise, it's very Western, which is like the stark contrast. So like maybe it's time for a Western community conference.
Yeah, I think definitely next year. There have been a lot of requests to do some conferences outside of Asia. So yeah, I think it's we do have a huge community to draw on, and from my perspective, the goal is always to get people more involved. So building is one way, but I think there's also this massive social component to this project, and people who aren't developers, I think, have a huge role to play there as well.
Yeah, for anyone who hasn't caught any of the videos, they're all on YouTube. We made a CKCon knowledge conference. Can you tell I'm tired? A CKCon playlist that has all the talks. They're broken up instead of watching that huge live stream, which I'm sure was tedious. I do want to throw a little Easter egg in here just to kind of, I thought it was funny. So let me see if I can get this video up quickly. Hold on. One moment, please. I feel like Discord is practical and impractical at the same time, because sometimes it allows me to do things, and sometimes it allows you to do nothing. Like have two screens playing at the same time. That is something that it does not allow you to do. Okay, so here we go. So this is, I've covered these people's identities for the sake of it. But as you can see, this was kind of like the after party. It was really chill. It was really fun. A lot of people said that they would bring their families just to show you guys. Now, you can guess who is singing, but I won't tell you. I won't tell you who is singing. But it was
Easter
quite a
egg.
blast. Yeah. What would you say?
It's an Easter egg. You have to
Yeah,
go on an
it's
Easter
an
egg
Easter
hunt to
egg.
find out. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll have to find out. Okay, let's see where we are here. Back to memory lane real quick. So this is a fun one. So this I think is probably one of the most iconic thing that's happened this year, just because of the irony of it. So shout out to .bit who sponsored a couple pop-up cities in Chiang Mai. I'm sure you guys know who this guy is, wearing the .bit badge. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
Thought it was pretty
I think
funny.
IRL is very powerful. I think, it's really hard to cut through the noise online, but yeah, anything you can do IRL seems to be really really powerful. This was a great example. It's like so many people had these .bit badges in Chiang Mai.
I was shocked. I was shocked. I can say that much. Another, I guess, funny moment from, I guess, community people. This right here. Shout out to Six Figs. I saw these shirts at CKCon and I did not know what to think. I'll let you guys, read it, but it was quite funny. So that's just
CKB
something I
is
added.
permissionless. That's
Yeah.
this is
So I think lastly, before we get into other stuff, we do have some community videos that like maybe we'll do it at the end. But I wanted to real quick just mention the launch of CKB.world, which happened also this year. Obviously, it is due for an update. There is still this CKCon thing here, but there is the idea of updating both this website and the nervos.org website because there are some things that are out of date. I think this year is the year of peer-to-peer, the year of working together. I think that's probably the focus, in my opinion, the focus that should be. I will probably maybe post this maybe in the Nervos Talk forum or somewhere, because it would be nice to have some community input on building these websites. We have awesome, designers in-house that, work pretty rigorously on the designs. So, that's not a problem. But there's like, what goes on the website? What are we putting on it? What's important? So yeah, everybody always says when marketing, when this, when that. And I think it's important to actually say, hey, let's contribute, because there is very few of us. And I think that the community, that the idea is to like bring the community together and do things as a community. Also, guys, don't forget, there is this community fund DAO for anything you guys ever want to do, contribute, whatever, apply to the community fund DAO, propose it. So look out soon for, some documents. This picture, I picked this picture that's going to load in a second here, because it seemed very inspiring to me because of the topic that we are talking about. Oh, that's not it. Wow, guys, we're going to find it. There it is.
I like the
DAO.
meditative ape.
Yeah, here it is. This is it. This is the one that like speaks to me when I think about these things. But yeah, just I think it's important this year that we recognize that encouraging, everyone to do stuff and participate and rise as a community and do things as a community, and also have the opportunity to be incentivized for it. Like if it's a community driven project, it's a community driven effort, and that's pretty much what I got for you guys today.
Yeah, I would say definitely there's an old saying in open source that many eyes make shallow bugs. So I think a lot of times, like especially with updating these websites, I think the KB World took a lot less time than Nervos.org, and a lot of that is because it was clear what should be on CKB.world, where Nervos.org took a lot of time and brainstorming. And I think from an outside point of view, I see people sharply criticize things at times, and I think a lot of times those people probably have the right ideas, but they're just not being expressed in the right way. People feel disempowered. So I would say if you feel strongly that, something should be made more apparent or, some information should be there, definitely get it somewhere. There's issues on the GitHub for the website. There's also the talk forum. Like really just document your ideas, and I'm sure other people will agree with you, but don't feel kind of stuck and just, complaining about things or, moaning that nobody's listening or the team's not doing this or that. Just just interact with everyone else in the community and just get the ideas out there, and you'll see things change.
Sounds good to me. All right. Well, we're running just a tad bit behind on time because we went down memory lane there. So, Lee, I would like to invite you up on stage. Lee wanted to share a few words about the community, I believe. Can you just come on stage? How does this work?
Yeah, I think you've got a request to speak, and then I
You
think
got a
he gets
request. You got a
approved, and
request.
then
And then we approve you. There we go. All
yeah,
right.
just heads up for anyone else who's going to speak as well. You have to request.
Make sure to request. Lee, maybe there we go. All right. And cool.
Hello, guys. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you loud and clear.
Oh, great. Thanks. Hello, and welcome to the holiday stream. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas, everyone. Thanks, Annalise and Matt, for arranging and presenting. As people will know, I'm Crooked Nervousness, and I personally would like to thank everyone for attending and everyone that stood by us, the moderators, the OGs, Nervous Nation team, Neon, Jordan and co. You really do a lot behind the scenes, so a big thank you there. And of course, the support to the general community for the camaraderie and the banter, that we share in the socials, and to Phil, the node builder as well. Awesome stuff, building all this stuff and sending it out to the community. So, as you're aware, I live in the community. I'm the community lead for holding AMAs, growing socials, and helping to establish proposals for the community DAO, the foundation. Over the past year, I've been keeping the community up to date with information via Telegram, Reddit, and news distribution generally through the moderation team and the main account, and broadcasting news, memes, and art on my personal Twitter account, crookednervousness.bit, and in the hope that we can bring new eyes to CKB, because all we have to do is say good morning, guys, and hopefully they all join in. So I'm pleased to say that just the other week we hit over 20k followers on Reddit. It's lovely to see it so active, actually, since Matt and the community kind of requested us to start it back up. It was kind of a little bit of a lame duck at the time, and a bit of a fun
Reddit's been
taking
a
out of it.
great success story. Like
Yeah,
the CKB Reddit has as many. I know it definitely has as many people on it as Near, but probably a lot of other projects that we think of as more popular and more well known. But yeah, we definitely can keep up.
Yeah, so much engagement. It's really nice. So I kind of like to thank Kima, who moderates, and Kevin for helping to keep it ticking along, and Aram for setting up the design page and doing the graphics for all the AMAs. You're appreciated, brother. And long may it continue, as Reddit was always lacking in the past, so it's kind of nice to revive it. I'd like to talk about what I'm excited about currently with CKB, really. I'm really excited for the future of it because I feel we have a lot of promising things happening. I'm looking forward to the Lightning Network release, which is pretty much a landmark, really, in the space. Whether we get credit or not is a different story, Matt, but, RGB++ protocol, I'm hoping that it grows. Tokenizing the assets bridgelessly is just like a game changer, really. We also have that fantastic flagship wallet, the Joy ID, which is, growing in users at the moment. It just showcases our unique account abstraction properties, and, we need to show that more, I think. The UTXO Stack team, another of Cypher's projects working hard behind the scenes. Soon they're going to be releasing their white paper, guys. So I'm going to try to follow up with a Reddit AMA with one of the team, and so that everyone can just ask questions then about like what's going on. Our hash rate is just going through the roof. There's a lot of unique addresses on the CKB Explorer. I can only see them continue to smash upwards in the future. as the network matures. So that's really gets me excited, just looking at the stats, really. We have more miners and more decentralized pools emerging. People do see value in our project, but not so vocal at times. But, you know, they're there. They're in the background. They're humming away. The miners are always there, guys. You know, just look to those. Payment channels and the Lightning Network are releasing soon, so no other chains have this type of infrastructure. You know, it's amazing to understand the vision and flexibility this will breed for us. No other networks have, you know, a fine-tuning at this point. They're still changing dramatically. And although we go through different narratives and things like that, it's really important to keep your eye on the goal, and that's that we are expanding. Maybe not as fast as some people like, but we are. I'm really looking forward to seeing how we can merge ideas with the Ergo and Cardano communities. I want to see how the vote goes down for the Rosen Bridge, because this was an example of community BD. This is like a winning point for me. This is the way forward for CKB. Everyone finding value if they see fit to take part. This is the part of the decentralized culture. And it's really promising that we have a treasury built into our tokenomics from the secondary issuance for the future ecosystem pushes. You know, it's very important for a network to be able to survive. A self-funding operation is unique for any blockchain project. Blockchain projects can only rely on external grants and VCs for so long. You know, and we will still be around and still being funded internally. If, you know, the tokenomics is genius. So, and then finally, when I think how far we've come in such a short space of time, you know, tech-wise, it's quite remarkable. It's kind of like it's turned on a dime, basically, within the space of a year. And I think people forget this sometimes. So I kind of just like to pass you on to the next speaker now, because I'm kind of excited to listen to all of the projects talking about what's happening. So let's move on to the team at the Rosen Bridge Foundation if they're on next, Annalise. Is that okay?
Yeah, either Rosen Bridge or ZenGate. If you're here, please raise your hand. Let's see what we got. We got Sam Lamb. I think Sam was supposed to come to CKCon, but could not make it. Good to hear from you, Sam.
Hey everyone, how are you guys? Yeah, thanks for having me up. And yeah, it was a shame I couldn't come to Chiang Mai. I actually got in an accident, so I was in hospital, and I gave Jordan a call and gave my apologies. But I was really looking forward to meeting everyone, and it was great timing as well. Some of the work we do at ZenGate is teaching at a university in Bangkok, and you know, it was all lined up. We had the final lectures planned, the final presentations planned, and I was really looking forward to that trip. So looking forward to 2025 events and seeing everyone there. But thanks for having me up here on stage.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks for coming. Is there anything, I guess, that you guys are looking forward to for 2025? Again, so sorry to hear that you did get into that accident, but I guess what are things that the community can look forward to? If you can give us any tea.
Yeah, I'll just start with a quick update on our side, because 2024 was really laying the groundwork for the broader ecosystem. So we have the Palmyra ecosystem, which is made up of several different factors. One of the first things we launched was the Palmyra platform, which is a B2B market access platform similar to a marketplace, working with smallholder producers and farmers, mainly focused in agricultural commodities, find export opportunities. So we've been working on that for a little while. And then the other thing that we've been working on is this product called Palmyra Pro, which is an extension of the Palmyra platform with really just a focus on supply chain traceability and tokenization. So we've been quite busy on that. Currently, we're conducting a pilot out in Africa, focusing on the honey supply chains. There's a big focus around fraud and tracking. We're working with around 2,500 farmers or so, and DIDs are going to play a big role here, which is what we're really excited in terms of integrating Nervos tech. One of the most recent announcements that we actually had was the third pillar, which is called Palmyra Endeavor. And this is a real-world asset tokenization platform, security token offering platform as well. And the idea here is within our remit and scope, which is commodities, supply chains, and anything along the lines of agriculture, critical minerals, energy. We've been working on a legal framework and a tech framework to be able to tokenize these. And in some cases, they almost act as, you know, bets or speculative investments on different types of assets that you think that might go up or down. And in other cases, it's more focused around cash flowing opportunities or providing an alternative form of financing as well. So we've been laying all the groundwork down for that. We've been integrating some Nervos SDKs on the Wallet Connect side as well. Quite recently, in the last few days or so, we're about to push some changes. So this is a really exciting really exciting initiative, and it allows people to really get their hands involved in terms of holding, owning, custodying real world assets as well. So that's a really new platform we've just launched, and we're working on some deals basically right now. In terms of one of our key philosophies at ZenGate and the work we're doing with Palmyra is making sure we're on the ground. So we have a team in Sri Lanka. We're making a few hires in Zambia right now. Those are sort of our key sort of ongoing initiatives where we have people working on pilots and projects. And then in terms of what's exciting in terms of 2025, these past 6 months, the business development team has been quite busy on the ground in Greece, as well as in Latin America. So in Greece, a few months ago, we had a few team members basically go speak to different municipalities, olive oil, honey producers on the ground. They spent quite a lot of time there. Several MOUs have been signed, partnerships have been signed, pilot partners have been selected, and we're just about to announce some of this stuff over the next few weeks or so, and then in Q1 start some of these projects. So that's a really exciting. We've been waiting to basically tell everyone about it, but now's sort of the time to start letting people know. The other bit as well is our CEO Daniel Friedman, who maybe some of you guys have met before or have spoken to, and our other co-founder, Theodore Maurices, recently spent a few weeks in Argentina and Paraguay. One of the key things that they're actually doing there, us being close with the Cardano community, was the convention that they had. So they took part in the governance process while they were over there. But the real objective of that trip was actually to go to lithium mines, to speak to different engineers, speak to different geologists, banks, financiers, to understand the role of Endeavour basically in some of these solutions. So we have signed also, whilst we're over there, several MOUs, several partnerships, and there's a huge appetite in terms of real world asset tokenization across many, many industries, from critical minerals, agriculture, and the finance space as well. So there's a lot of stuff that will come out next year, most likely Q2 from the region. We'll get started on a few initiatives in Q1, sort of quietly, I think, just so we can get things off the ground without getting too distracted. So that's, it's been a really busy year, lots of ups, lots of downs, but all in all, I think the project's been really set up to succeed in 2025. We have a lot of interesting initiatives and deals we're working on. So quite excited. And one of the, I can see Joe's up here as well, but one of the things we've been busy early in the year was supporting Rosen with the various Catalyst grants, and we're really excited that we've been able to help connect the Rosen Bridge team with the Nervos community, as well as you guys have shown us a tremendous amount of love and support ever since we've started utilizing the technology.
Awesome. I actually do want to hear more about this Rosen Bridge initiative. I know it's been a hot topic circulating, and there is a proposal up. Lee mentioned it earlier. So if you guys just want to take that away, go for it.
Yeah, well, I think Joe is actually on the line. So I don't know if Joe, you want to jump in and introduce yourself to everyone.
Yeah, go for it.
Nice to meet you, everybody. I'm Joseph Arminio. I actually started with the Ergo Foundation, right? So I was in a position where one of the things I wanted to create was partnerships for projects on the Ergo blockchain. And that came with a lot of friction, right? You can go to exchanges, and the cost barrier to market was just problematic, right? So you can do basic math, and I was kind of looking at the expense that would be pulled out of the ecosystem and given to a lot of the different exchanges to support listing fees and market making costs. And so I said, okay, well, this isn't going to scale very well, right? It's going to pull a lot of money out of ecosystems. You know, I'll just like throw one exchange under the bus because I don't really mind. Something like Bitmart, you know, they'll say, okay, it's a nice token. We're going to need about $50,000 from your project to list in Bitmart, and then we're going to need you to hire a third-party market maker that's going to, you know, keep liquidity on our exchange books. So that comes with usually a monthly cost to a project. And you know, if you're one project, okay, you know, let's say 50,000, but if you have 10 projects that want to list, you're talking $500,000 being pulled out of your ecosystem, and that doesn't scale very well. So my first initiative was to say, okay, let's explore different bridge options, right? And our first goal, we worked for like 6 months to build out the wormhole bridge, which is still around today. And that actually got hacked, right? And I was thinking, you know, I'm glad we weren't integrated yet, right? Because then we potentially would have, you know, been subject to that hack. And it kind of led the team back to like a first principles approach. Okay, well, you know, what are the attack vectors of, you know, bridges? And at that point, you know, we were kind of seeing multiple bridges explode one after another for a period of months. So we said, okay, let's kind of go back to first principles. How can we create something for the ecosystem that, you know, has kind of simplistic and, you know, good assurances, right, in terms of its hardness, and then, you know, how can we not only make it secure but then scale it to where we can support assets, you know, not just in our ecosystem, but certainly this is not a unique problem, right? So if, you know, you're building on the Nervos blockchain, you know, beyond the core coin itself, you kind of run into this redundant friction that just doesn't make a lot of sense in terms of listing on most exchanges, in my opinion. There's not enough liquidity, and it's kind of artificially creating a market when you have like a third-party market maker that's managing the books. So in parallel with creating this transfer protocol between blockchains, we started this initiative of integrating into Hummingbot, which is actually open source market making software that started in about 2018 on Ethereum, and they actually still have a private arm that engages in like commercial market making that uses that base framework. So, you know, we've gone through the process of integrating that on the Ergo blockchain, and that's being reviewed by the Hummingbot Foundation today. We also worked with a partner on Cardano, and, you know, hopefully if this grant is approved, we can work with the Nervos community as well. So not only can we potentially open new markets, which, you know, if you look at a exchange, right, and you kind of pick apart, okay, well, what's happening? Most of what's happening is within a single wallet, right? And that single wallet has a couple of keys. You know, it's more or less hidden from the public, you know, how many keys secure that wallet. You usually have a hot and cold function where they leave a certain amount available for withdrawals and then a certain amount that's, you know, held in, let's say, a offline secure environment. And then you have this thing that's called a matching engine, right? And essentially what a matching engine does is you as user number one, you know, puts in an order and user number two buys it, right? And it kind of reads, you know, the buy and sell side within the exchange and essentially matches buys and sells and creates some index that's, you know, proprietary. And so one of the unique things that blockchains do is they're open ledgers, right? And so, you know, it like from my perspective, I tend to look at things like how will they fail? Because I don't know, maybe I'm just skeptical by nature. And it's like, okay, I'm in an environment
That's a good
where
way to look at things. You should look at them how they fail, because then it
Were
becomes
you a
like
project manager?
like a safeguard.
I was a project manager. I find myself always looking for
Yeah.
what is the risk? Where are the
Yeah, that's part of what I do still with Rosen, right? Is try to say, okay, well, what are the attack vectors, and how can we kind of close them? So looking at exchanges, I actually, actually at one point, um, kind of worked for one, just to assist with the Ergo integration side of it. And I'm looking at this, environment where I don't know the security parameters because the keys, you'll find out after a hack, basically. The matching engine is basically its own black box. And, I tend to look at things from this idea that, like, how markets function in terms of order flow is whoever controls order flow is king, right? And that's somewhat buried in some, let's say, blockchains. But at least with proof of work systems, you usually have pretty clear assumptions of in terms of how orders are submitted and how blocks are included, and so you get a pretty clear picture, high level of like how ordering is, right? And you have something like, I don't know, I'll pick on Solana a little bit, where it's like you don't really have a public mempool and you have a lot of private reordering happening, and you'll never really see like how that market is actually functioning because the order flow mechanism is just opaque, right? And one of the unique things that we can do building across systems is it's like we now have better assumptions in terms of the security side, which is certainly super valuable, but we also have a clearer picture of how order flow is managed and working within these systems, right? And one unique thing as well is you also have these programmable environments where it's like, okay, we have lending protocols in different platforms, right? So as an energy coin, which, I'm a big fan of proof of work, I think energy coins tend to create really quality collateral, especially when it comes to lending, borrowing, and kind of sustaining value, because you're constantly having miners feed energy into that coin. So it's constantly has some real world backing that's pegging it to reality. So one of my goals with Rosen was always to try to say, okay, if we can create a secure transfer protocol, can we really build a cross-chain, market that not only empowers energy coins, but projects that kind of build on proof of work? Because that's something that is just not happening, right? Since Ethereum kind of left proof of work, the incentives for a central exchange to say, okay, I'm going to take some, proof of stake tokens and set up a validator and capture inflation internally is just attractive to them, right? Versus if they wanted to participate in the production of coins and proof of work, they'd need to run miners, and a lot of them simply don't want to do that. So my hope is that in 2025 we can scale across, a couple of the UTXO Alliance proof of work chains, and start building kind of a new satellite network of markets that are all interconnected above Rosen with market making bots, to where it's like you can trade, buy, sell coins in multiple environments, and then you use that base protocol to transfer liquidity around, which in terms of like Ergo has been the first test case, I guess, and so far it's created quite a lot of market depth on Cardano, to where it's more organic and larger than KuCoin even, which KuCoin has pretty high listing frictions, which I can't really get into because then Ergo could be delisted. But watching kind of this shift occurring to where it's like if you create an incentive and arbitrage opportunities, liquidity naturally tends to follow that profit incentive. And so that's something we've been building out, and I think Nervos is a great partner, not only because we have similar design patterns. We're both energy coins, which means you have a lot of miners that are constantly mining to the chain, but it creates a certain overlap that I think we can leverage beyond just market. But you can look at like RGB++. You can look at some of the DeFi on Ergo. Having these things open source and being able to be used in parallel across multiple environments is just powerful.
That's great. Yeah, I think that there's definitely something to synergy, and yeah, it'll show up in all sorts of places. Yeah, I definitely feel like the Ergo community is one of the most closely ideologically aligned communities that I've found with our community. So yeah, really great to see the Rosen Bridge, moving forward. Well, at least moving forward to the next step right now. There's still a coin vote that's needed for everyone in the audience. And yeah, exciting to see what we can do with more proof of work UTXO chains. I think it's definitely a very different game from the POS and account chains, but I think when people get blanketed with something, that they naturally tend to look for something else. So I think we've got a real opportunity. We just have to get galvanized and push through.
Yeah,
There's a lot of stuff coming out of the UTXO Alliance this year, so definitely stay tuned for that. But this Rosen Bridge is probably top of the list in my opinion.
Yeah, my hope is that over time we can scale kind of the UTXO Alliance to create something in parallel to with what we see with VM compatibility, right? And that's kind of generally more account model, proof of stake, chains that just have this compatible layer that allows them to have more synchronicity in terms of markets, in terms of DeFi, and that's proven to be pretty successful. Looking at how that has grown, as kind of its own conglomerate. So I think having something parallel that's more proof of work based, UTXO based, is kind of a natural competitor, which I think has a lot of built-in advantages.
I think fingers crossed. I know, Matt, you've personally have been working on a lot of UTXO proof of work stuff, so I know you're super interested in it. For the sake of time, I do want to say that we should move on. But thank you both, Sam, and I think you said your name was Joe. Yep. I hope I'm not wrong, for joining us. I appreciate all the information. I do believe there is a Spaces in case anyone's interested tonight at I think 8 p.m. Eastern. Correct me if I'm wrong. And of course, you guys can always catch a replay. And yeah, stay tuned and take a look at the proposal that will be on. Matt, where was it you pulled it up from? I think it's a forum.
Yeah, it's on Nervos Talk.
Yeah, Nervos Talk. It's on the forum, guys. You can find it there. Again, thank you so much, Sam and Joe, for joining us.
Yeah, cheers. Thanks for inviting us to the holiday gathering.
Yeah, thank you very much. And yeah, I hope everyone has a good break. And Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to both of you guys. Thanks again. All right. Now, let's get it going, guys. So next we have Hangzhou, one of my favorite people from the CKB Eco Fund. Hangzhou, are you out there? I see your hand. All right. Come on down, Hangzhou. Here we are. All right. Can you hear us, Hangzhou? We can't hear you, but there's your screen. I see it. It's coming. I think one of the most interesting things about Hangzhou is that you were like a pilot, right? Before you came to doing this.
Yeah. Hi, Anna.
Yeah.
Hi, Matt.
Hi.
I think you can hear me now. I'm sorry. I think previously I have some issue about my microphone.
No worries. Take the floor. The floor is yours.
Yeah. Yeah. Firstly, appreciate that including me, and very glad to see all our communities here, and hoping you have a happy holiday. Yeah. And for this town hall, I think I can sneak some data, sneak some situation about our ecosystems in the past year. Yeah. And I think I can just briefly our following guys, such as Cypher, such as Hansen and Jason, they can add some details. Yeah. Okay, let me start. I think that in the past year, our CKB have made some big steps. Show as evidence, firstly, we can see some data such as the unique address. In the past year, we grows from 2.96 million to 5.43 million. They have about 183% up. Similarly, such as the hash rate, the total deposit of CKB in the Nerv style, and the total holder of our CKB, and even the long time holder, I mean the holder who hold our token more than 3 years, and many other data, you will find that there are about double growth in the past year. Yeah, I think that why we can have this big step in 2024. I think the first reason is that because at the beginning of this year, we launched the BTCKB initiatives. That means we made a transfer of our goals, focus on the Bitcoin ecosystem, and wanted to, based on our CKB's POW and UTXO model, to contribute to the programmability, scalability, interoperability for the Bitcoin, and even for the broader UTXO ecosystems. I think this is very natural because if you read our white paper, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, you find that at the beginning of our CKB, we show that we wanted to contribute to to following the design philosophy of Bitcoin, right? And after many years development, right now this is a very right time point to do these things. And the beginning of this year, we also have the sales studio, and Cypher and his teams proposed the RGB++ protocol in the middle of this year, and based on that, in this year we see the significant growth of our ecosystem projects, the issuance of assets, and based on that we can develop the programmable light network, our fiber network, and you will see the launch of the mainnet very near in the very near future. Yeah, and because the RGB++ and our design, I mean the PW and UTXO model, we show the significant advantages than many other competitors, and we attract many strategic collaborations such as April, Game Build, Do Hub, Undefined Lamp. They join to our ecosystem and help us to extend our influence, help us to build the projects based on the RGB++. Yeah, and to help developers and users to join us, our developer team, they also and the other developers teams, they finished many tools such as CCC. Based on that, the other wallets, such as the Bitcoin wallets, is very easy for them to integrate with our CKB. Yeah, and we also have the collaboration on community events, such as host trading contest, creation contest, and the co-learning events with the external communities. In this way, we we introduced our protocol. We introduced what we wanted to do, and we really attract some users, some communities. Yeah, and because you say that maybe for many end users that they think of our RGB++ and our CKB is very promising, but for them they just wanted to hold our tokens. And we really know that right now there still have some limitations for our user in some different regions to access our token. So in the past year, we try our best to list our CKB on different on various exchanges. And in the next year, we will continue to this part, try to give more channels for our user to access our token. Yeah, and and correspondingly, in the past year, I think that you will find that almost every month we host or co-host with some of our partners, such as the UTXO Management or Bitcoin Magazine, to host offline events in different countries, also including in America, such as the Bitcoin and Nashville. But I had to say that in this year, maybe we must focus on the Asia part, and according to our plan in the next year, we will most focus on the Europe and American, try to host more community events here, and to have more chance to talk with our CKB community members. Yeah, and yeah, you sent previously. I mentioned many points of our RGB++, because I think right now for the border UTXO ecosystem, or maybe you say for the Bitcoin ecosystem, we really need some user-friendly and the powerful protocols then to show the advantages of the UTXO model. And I think that our RGB++ is actually very promising. And so in this year, we based on the RGB++. Firstly, we initially focus on based on RGB++ to integrate with the Bitcoin mainnet, and I think in this month we told our community that after. Because right now we based on RGB+ has do many things in the Bitcoin part, and the next step we will based on RGB++ to integrate the Doge to show that our RGB++ have the power to gather the UTXO ecosystem together, the UTXO to help other UTXOs which might not have the programmable abilities. And I think that for this integration, sorry. My work up.
I was going to ask, what events can we look forward to, or things that we can look forward to that's coming out of the CKB Eco Fund?
Hannah, you mean which part? The integration with Doge?
Well, physical events to go to, things like places where the community can find the Eco Fund that you think that like you'll be for sure, like maybe like let's say the next Bitcoin Singapore, obviously, like that's one. But are there any key events that you're looking forward to?
Yeah, I think the next year, the first big in the Q1, there will have two big events we plan to host. The first one is in Hong Kong. We wanna to host POW events. Yeah, co-host with some mining communities. Because we think that in this year, we emphasize the UTXO part to show that we can have the programmability, but somehow we ignore the POW advantages because it's the most security and the most decentralized mechanism consensus, right? Yeah, and so in Q1 we wanna to based on our POW design to have more connections with the miners. Yeah, this is the first event we can looking forward, and the second thing is that we plan to do the Bitcoin Singapore in March of the next year. And for this event, I think it will be very interesting because maybe you will say that many events they just put the big part of the events as the prediction or keynote shows. But for this Singapore event, we wanna make the main topic as a prediction. That means we want to invite people to maybe join many panels to say what they think the Bitcoin, the CKB, or other parts or the broader crypto industry will be in the next year to do some aggressive predictions. And maybe in the end of the next year, we can have a recap to say which prediction is true, which is a rumor, yeah, something like that.
That sounds like a game show almost.
Just predict when the bull market will when the peak will be reached. I think that would be the question everyone wants to know. When will the peak be?
Right after summer, I think. That's what everyone says. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Save
There's
it
also a
for the
rumor
event.
saying that. Okay. I want to bring up Hansen and Hangzhou. Feel free to stay so you can chime in on anything else, because I know you were talking about the RGB++ and like other probable things that will happen. But I know Hansen is in charge of DevRel, and maybe she can also help assist in some of these topics that we're covering. Hansen, how are you?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, great. I prepared a slide for today's talk. So can you
Wow,
see my
you guys
screen?
Yeah, we can see you. Matt, can you blow it up for us?
Yeah.
There you go.
Right.
Go for it.
Great. Okay, great. Thank you. So hello, CKB holders. It's happy to have chance to share our work. I see some familiar faces here, so some of you may already know who we are, and thank you for your contribution to the CKB ecosystem. I'm Hansen from the CKB DevRel team, and our team was established in April this year. Today, I will introduce our achievements in the past 6 months and our future plan. Before the main text, I want to share the definition of DevRel from our side. Well, definition is the abbreviation of developer relations, as we all know. We think that we are supporters for developers and advocates for developers and developers for developers. We help CKB developers to reach their success. So today I want to introduce what we have did before. The first thing we want to introduce is the CCC, CKBers codebase. It's a one-stop solution on CKB's JavaScript or TypeScript ecosystem. The CCC helps both front-end and back-end developers to build their applications on CKB. Common Chance Connector is also CCC. With the wallet connecting component we provide, different applications can provide users the same entrance to our ecosystem. We tried our best to simplify CKB's transaction composing. Developers will not have to manually handle self-collecting, fee calculating, or filling signatures. Just some simple codes, then they can do what they want. With CCC, developers can now learn CKB with instant feedback in the browser. Visualization is the best way for devs to learn the UTXO model, as we think, and now they can experience the design of CKB without any delay. In the browser, open a website. So if you are interested with CCC, you can visit our GitHub repo to check. We help devs focus on their core business logic, so we provide a large number of code examples to help them build applications. Another thing is SSRI, the script source rich information. This is a complete upgrade to the interactivity of CKB scripts or contracts. Before SSRI, scripts on CKB are verifiers. Applications build transactions off-chain and scripts verify them on-chain. But for an unknown script, applications won't know what they are. SSRI provides unified interfaces for scripts. Once applications support an interface, all scripts implemented this interface can seamlessly work with them. SSRI make our lives easier. Once applications adopt it once, they can use it everywhere. All off-chain logics are upgraded with this script. It also provides readable interfaces to help them know what script doing easier. If you are interested, you can visit the first SSRI script, the possible UDT. We believe that everyone is a creator, no matter you are a coder or you are artist. The CKB community has already been a pioneer in the blockchain world, and the DevRel team is helping more people to join us. Besides the development tool, we also keep communicating with a lot of projects, help them to build on CKB. We provide documentations, answer questions, and offer tech support for them. In the future, we plan to do more things in the Rust ecosystem, including script development solution. Also, we lead to the development of the RGB++ protocol, like the Doge RGB++ protocol that is done by us currently, and we are upgrading the RGB++ chain. By this, we build not only CKB ecosystem, but BTC ecosystem, like a big UTXO ecosystem. So if you are interested, follow our Twitter to get the latest updates from us. Thank you.
Thanks, Vincent. That was a great presentation. I think some of the work that your team is doing is really accelerating the developer adoption efforts by addressing maybe some very practical issues that maybe when CKB development was much more theoretical, people didn't understand where these problems were. But seeing the development of CCC and SSRI, and I think people don't understand how big of a development the possible UDT is. For reference, Charles Hoskinson was ready to sue one of the governments in the United States for not considering the Cardano to put stable coins because there was this assumption that UTXO chains can't have this freeze function that companies like Tether need. And Cardano actually doesn't have the capability to do that currently. I followed up with some of their people, and they have to do some sort of unspecified hard fork in order to enable that. But on CKB, like we already see it implemented. So it's it's great, impressive work. And I guess with that, we can move to the next speaker. So who do we have here?
Yes, thank you.
I just want to make sure, Hangzhou, did you get everything you wanted to say out? I cut you off a little bit and then threw a pants in.
Everything that the last thing I want to add that is for the 2025 for our communities, we can looking forward for their other big update about our UTXO++, about our network, about our utility stack, and many other ecosystem projects. Yeah, so I think the next year will be better, and we also have big steps. Yeah, thank you for including me.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Hangzhou. Thank you, Hansen. You guys done I think a great job. Honestly, I don't know where we'd be without the CKB Eco Fund. So good job, guys. Really. Okay, so let's see. Next we have Cypher, actually, from Cell Studio. Cypher, if you can make your way up here.
Hey guys, do you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. Thanks for this opportunity to update our recent status to the community. My name is Cypher. I'm the founder of Self Studio. We have several products, including JoyID and UTXO Stack. First of all, I want to talk about the achievements we have got in the last year. I think RGB++ is a good start at early this year in April. We got help from other teams like Cryptape and DevRel team. Together we build RGB++ protocol. In only 1.5 months, the protocol began from a draft to the final full stack of software sets, and the community launched the first token sale, and once upon a time the peak market cap of sale reached $17 million, and finally got listed by Gate.io exchange. And we believe that until now, RGB++ protocol still is the most advanced Bitcoin-related protocol in production. Compared with RGB protocol, it's still a draft on testnet version, and hopefully they will launch the mainnet version early next year. But it means that we get advanced almost 1 year or more. So it's very important to our ecosystem. And since then, many projects, including Stable++, UTXO Swap, are built and based on this protocol. That's one important achievement we made in 2024. And another milestone for us is the JoyID passkey wallet. It's the only account abstraction wallet for Bitcoin. And also, of course, it supports novel CKB and EVM ecosystem. And now it supports Lightning Network and Fiber. We got real users. The number of real users are like 500,000, and the peak DAU is more than 100,000. And another milestone we got is fundraising thing. We got 2 round fundraising funds from the investors, and our last valuation is $15 million, and we got tier 1 investors support like UTXO management, like OKX and other top investors. So but another thing I want to talk is RGB++ is not enough to make CKB like pump 10 times, like to make us keep in top 15 market cap. Why? Because because based on RGB++, all what we were building is something like a mimic, Ethereum mimic on Bitcoin. We build DeFi stacks, we build other things. It just make Bitcoin more like Ethereum. So since this summer, I'm thinking about what's the unique thing that we can provide to the Bitcoin ecosystem, to the CKB ecosystem, other than DeFi, other than some similar software on Ethereum. So it's definitely not some layer 2s like rollup layer 2s or sidechain layer 2s. So we changed our object in the middle of this year. We if someone remember what's UTXO stack before, we positioning us as a Bitcoin layer 2. It's a POS version of CKB, and very soon we realized that it's not a good idea for Bitcoin ecosystem because it's totally different from Ethereum's ecosystem. So we decided very soon to build the Lightning Network related narrative and the stack and the software stack, because we have fiber. CKB ecosystem have fiber, and it's a Lightning like system, and it can be compatible with the Lightning Network, and that's our I think that's our edge. That's our uniqueness, and we want to build this we call it hybrid Lightning Network for off-chain scaling, because the on-chain scaling thing like Ethereum layer 2s, I think they have achieved almost everything they can achieve. However, the off-chain scaling thing is just started, and we have the most advanced technology and prepared developers. So after that, after the middle of this year, we decided to build this the hybrid Lightning Network for off-chain scaling. We prepare JID for Lightning, and we prepare UTXO stack for the decentralized liquidity pool for Lightning, and we also persuade some ecosystem partners that provide the other components for this this narrative, like stablecoin, like a swap DEX for the liquidity. So so the next is what we want to achieve in the next year. First of all, we will release the mainnet version of JID to support Lightning and the Fiber, and hopefully this will happen in the next few weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. And we will announce the.
I have to pause right. Oh, sorry, I don't want to cut you off. The mainnet launch for Fiber is always asked about, so I just want to make sure that people heard. Hopefully, in the next few weeks. Yeah.
Sorry, it's
I know lots of people will discuss it. So, but go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, and we will build the Fiber application layer infrastructures, including the wallet, JID wallet support, liquidity management, which means you deposit some assets like CKB, ICKB, USDI assets. It will automatically help you to connect with other nodes and to adjust the liquidity, the inbound, outbound liquidity, and we will build incentive the Bootstrap node network to help to build the network with the liquidity first, and we will also issue our own token, which is the working name of this token is UTXO. It's a good ticker, by the way, and with the UTXO token as an incentive, we hope to boost the network. people deposit CKB, deposit USDI, they will they will get our UTXO token, so that before the mass adoption of the fiber network, we can already have we will already have a network, a node network to support this this usage, we will build a better awareness for Bitcoin, for Joy ID in Bitcoin community, because Joy ID is only, like I said before, it's only AA wallet for Bitcoin, and plus it's the only AA wallet for Bitcoin Lightning, and it's the only browser-based wallet, non-custodial, for of course, non-custodial in-browser wallet for Bitcoin, for Lightning. Because by the end of this year, I think it's around these days, Mutiny will stop running for users, and the Mutiny is the only browser-based non-custodial Lightning wallet for the ecosystem, and we forked the Mutiny and add lots of more other code to keep it alive. Of course, it's open source, so we will be the only in-browser Bitcoin Lightning wallet, and it will support, and also the Fiber core team will provide another in-browser Fiber node version for us. So maybe in Q1 next year, Joy ID will provide a fully non-custodial AA version for the hybrid Lightning network. So after Q1, we will start our token TGE to issue our token on CKB, all on Bitcoin with RGB++. So so that's our plan in the first in Q1, Q2 of next year, and after that we will continue contribute to the fiber network, to CKB ecosystem, to Bitcoin ecosystem, and my dream is to build the stablecoin based Lightning payment system, and I think that's a very good opportunity for CKB, and we will make it true in the next year. Yeah, thank you.
I hope you ask Santa Claus for your dreams to come true. Thank you, Cypher, for all
vision.
that insightful. Matt, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I was just saying it's an amazing vision, and yeah, I think a lot of people asking about fiber when the launch has been, and yeah, I've just been pointing them to whenever Joy ID gets the integration up. The the on-chain contracts have been done for a little while now. I think that they're going through audit, but yeah, it sounds like we're all just waiting for Joy ID to integrate. So yeah, very cool to see that it's coming pretty soon.
Soon. Yeah, speaking of coming very soon, another thing that I guess will be coming very soon is I think branding is currently being worked on, and some like documentation is being worked on, partially by the developers and the eco fund alike for Fiverr. So that some of that stuff is also coming very soon. I just I heard this from a little birdie, so don't hold me accountable. Okay, next, speaking of fiber, we will have Ian, who maybe can actually talk about these things. Ian, if you would like to request to speak on the stage, please do so now. Just raise your hand. There you are. All right, Ian coming to the stage. Ian will be talking about Fiber Network, and let's see what Ian has to say. Hey, we hear you.
Hello. Okay. I hope I have a good voice quality because I never have a good quality to use the Discord voice.
Yeah, it sounds fine. It sounds good.
Okay.
You're good.
Okay, that's good. First, I'll introduce what we have done in the this year. And we start this project in March, and we have launched 2 proof of concept versions. So these 2 demos have covered all the essential functions, the basic channels management, on-chain contracts, and cross-chain demo, and also the network features such as pathfinding and payment routing. And this, the latest 2 months is that we are doing the security, the code audit, and we also are doing heavy integration test. So the development team are busy in fixing the issues found in the code audit and the test. And we are also busy in making the code base production ready. Because we plan to launch it by the end of this year to the testnet. So an important issue to tackle is that we have to ensure the node is the node compatibility, since if we launch and users are using it in their machine, and once we launch the new versions, they should support to support the old data and migrate the old data to new versions automatically. So yeah, yes, we are near the launch. Maybe we have freeze the code maybe this week, and we are soon launch the testnet maybe next week. And in the next year, we have some plan. The 2 important objectives is indeed are 2 challenges I have mentioned in the previous talks. One is liquidity, and we were developing some liquidity tools to help operators to manage their channels. Another is offline payment receiving to allow users to accept payments without requiring the users being online. We are developing 2 features such as the payment offers and PTLC to help us design protocols to allow the offline payment receiving. Another feature is we will implement the multipass. It's a feature to split a payment into small amount, so it can be routed separately. It will increase the payment reliability. The last thing I want to mention is the cross-chain support. We have included cross-chain demo in our first proof concept, but that's before we implement the pathfinding and payment routing. So it's a really simple demo, but it's not very user-friendly, because you must find the target directly. So we will improve the cross-chain demo in the upcoming year. We are fully support the payment routing of the cross-chain, both in the fiber side and in the Lightning side. So you don't have to bother finding the path manually, and the cross-chain service will automate all this. And we in the previous demo we used RPC, so you need to connect to the fiber load directly, and we will re-implement it via the P2P, so it will find the loads automatically via the P2P network. Yeah, that's our plan in the next year. That's all. Thank you.
Thanks, Ian.
Great.
Yeah,
Thanks, Ian.
Matt, is there anything you wanted to contribute to there?
No, it was a very thorough presentation about it's the land beyond lightning and into fiber. So very, very exciting stuff.
Yeah, sounds good. I think as we move forward with the majority of these projects, again, community involvement, very important. I just want to remind everyone again, as we do more, it's the year of the P2P, person to person, peer to peer. We have to have big P energy. We'll get there. All right. Let's go to I don't see Chen Yu. Is anyone from Magic Base here by chance? Anyone from Magic Base here? Going once. Magic Base. Going twice. Okay, we'll come back around. Maybe they'll join later. So let's go to Nerv Ape James. James, you can please join us on the stage. You can request to speak. There you go. All right. Hey, James, how are you? Testing, testing, James. Can you hear us? Can't hear you. Testing, James, testing. I had this issue earlier myself. I ended up having to back out of Discord and then come back. So see if, yeah, see if that works. All right, let's try again.
Hi, can you hear me okay?
Right. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Discord can be a little wonky sometimes. I was very disappointed to find out that you can't have it on 2 devices at the same time on the same call. So
Oh, okay. But you
yeah,
can hear me all right now? Yeah, I'm all
yeah, we
all
can hear
good?
you okay. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Awesome. Hello, thank you for having me. Let's see, I'm going to share my screen. Oh, wait, I need I don't think I have, do I have access?
I think
Uh,
you do. I think Matt just has to unshare his screen. He's showing the Nerv Ape video right now for the
oh, okay.
homepage.
Thanks for the
Matt,
plug,
there you go.
Matt.
All right, you should be
Appreciate
able
it.
to
Yeah,
share
good
your
to go.
screen now, James.
Okay, cool. Share screen.
I must say that was
Allow.
a pretty good homepage. It's like just like a looping like GIF.
Yeah, that's our team made that video and that GIF. Oh, I'll talk about it in a moment. We showed that at the Bitcoin Singapore. So yeah, a bit about Nerv Ape. Hi everyone. Good morning or good evening wherever you are. I'm Nerv Ape James. I'm the community manager for Nerv Ape, and I'm going to take a look at living in a digital world. We're going to look at 2024 in review, and then looking towards 2025. Here you can see, some 2 apes, kind of like touching each other's hearts here, and that's what we're looking to do in 2025, and from now and moving forward. So 2024, Nerv Ape. So if you are the OGs, you probably heard of Nerv Ape, our digital objects. We released 2,777 digital Nerv Ape digital objects on Bitcoin. We're the first digital object on Bitcoin using RGB++. Shout out to Cypher for designing that protocol. And public mint sold out in 6 minutes. So yes, so we're the first RGB++ digital object on Bitcoin. If you remember from back in the days, we used to call it NACP, and we did the switch to Nerv Ape because we wanted to make sure that everyone was like not confused by like our branding, and also it's our flagship collection. And as such, here's some more details about Nerv Ape. We had our boneless mint in April, the 26th, and then at the end of April, we had our public mint. Public mint, we opened. I posted this on Twitter, and then 6 minutes later, I had to post this guy. Sold out. So, boom, hi, public mint's open. Okay, all right, sold out. So super, a lot of enthusiasm from the Bitcoin and CKB community. So and our OG community at Nerv Ape. Thank you so much, everyone, for all your support. Since then, we've been really building on the ecosystem. We had our Nerv Ape gear drop rounds 1 and 2 back in May and June. Also, we're building on the tech of our ecosystem. So we had, in order to dress up your Nerv Ape, you would need to receive gear on CKB. So we released a generate CKB address function in our Nerv Ape wallet. And yeah, look at how you can dress up your Nerv Ape. So the Nerv Ape, as you may know, lives on the Bitcoin blockchain. But the gear, all this cool stuff you see here in this GIF, this is all on that gear is on CKB. So we started with an off-chain function where you can dress up your Nerv Ape, and also you can try on gear that you don't even have. So you're just like, hey, you know what? What does my Nerv Ape look like with a lightsaber? So here's my Nerv Ape with a lightsaber and some cool green clothes. And so you can try on gear, but it's not on chain just yet. And this is something we've been building towards. We also added the Gear Forge functionality. And the Gear Forge functionality lets you, as you can see, these apes, they're carrying little bits of gear. They're carrying their gear items and they're throwing it into this forge and then coming out with this forge items. And the forge items, the first round we had was Gear Forge number 1, the Endless Adventure. The Endless Adventure is based on the theme of interstellar travel with the spacey cool thing that you see on your left. And then on the right, we have this underwater theme. This is the Gorfin array. So we have these cool, like the space one and and then the underwater themed Gear Forge. And we have a Gear Forge coming up soon. More details coming up. What is this leading towards? This is all leading towards Nerv Ape bundle. Since the start of the release of Nerv Ape digital objects back in April, as I just showed, the goal was to have everything on chain. So we have this on chain functionality of you can try on gear, but it's still like if you go to Element or you go to Dobby Market, all those apes are still naked, right? Now, if you go to Element or Dobby now, there are a few apes that have bundled up, and what that means is, like, as you can see from the superhero Nerv Ape here, he's gathering his gear that he owns and he's putting together on chain onto himself. And now you can leap with the RGB++ protocol. Thank you again, Cypher. With the RGB++ protocol, you can leap your naked ape, Nerv Ape, to CKB, and using the fast transactions and the low fees of the CKB blockchain, you can dress up your ape and compose a Nerv Ape bundle. Compose is the term we use for like kind of building this ape with the gear and combining it together into this bundle called the Nerv Ape bundle. So before, you were just dressing up your Nerv Ape, off this kind of like a game, like a web game, right? We saw in our Spooky Nerv Apes campaign and our Dressing Up campaign. But now, when you do dress up your ape, it's an on-chain function, and what you get, you can take all this gear that you have, all these items, and you can put it onto your ape. And if you want to, it's optional. You can leave it on the Nervos network, or you can leave it back to the Bitcoin network. And now what we're seeing is, if you leap back to Bitcoin, you can also sell them on a Bitcoin secondary market. So here is a screenshot I took from Element just this morning of, you can see the blank Nerv Apes at the top, and then you see we've got 3 bundled Nerv Apes together, and wow, they're asking for 1 Bitcoin. So if anyone wants one, if you got a Bitcoin, you can buy one. And so what we're seeing is that people are they're bundling up their Nerv Apes and leaping them back, and then they can sell them as a set on a secondary market. Super cool. You can also leave your Nerv Ape bundle on the Nervos network, and so that's why I say that's optional. But so there's some users who feel like there's more value at the Bitcoin chain, which is why we built our Nerv Apes first on the Bitcoin chain, and they leap back and they can sell on their secondary markets there. So we have Gear Drop round 3. It's happening. Oh man, I got to post about that soon. Okay, so that's happening in like less than an hour. Gear Drop round 3 is happening in less than an hour from me speaking. Unless you're watching this on YouTube later, it maybe already happened. It probably already happened. Oh yeah, we have our backgrounds. We have 3 new categories: backgrounds, like the cool like space background or and volcano stuff happening in the background, suits or like full body gear items, and then you have special, which look like special companions like a birdie or some flowers in the foreground. So, and also we're releasing new gear from previous categories that were never seen before. So this is our gear drop round 3 happening in less than an hour at 10 a.m. UTC +8. Nerv Ape bundle, CKB Santa event. So Christmas is coming, everyone. Make sure you bundle up your Nerv Ape, with Nerv Ape gear. To do that, we have a tutorial on our Twitter. You can check out our Twitter. We have it posted in our Discord as well. How to bundle up your Nerv Ape. It's super easy. You just leap to CKB, dress up your ape, and then once you do that, you're already eligible for our snapshot, which is happening on December 24th, Christmas Eve in the morning, 10 a.m. Eastern time. So please be sure to bundle up your Nerv Ape before that. Each Nerv Ape bundle is eligible to receive a portion of the 100,000 CKB prize pool. Whoa. So we'll see how CKB rises till then, but that's a good amount of cash. So get some cash, get some CKB. All you got to do is bundle up your Nerv Ape. Make sure that you do have some CKB in your wallet also, and some BTC for you to bundle up your Nerv Ape. There are some fees associated with leaping it, as well as dressing up your Nerv Ape. And then if you want to leap it back, you need to build a UTXO to leap your Nerv Ape bundle back to Bitcoin. Okay.
I don't know if I've ever seen a robot snowman before.
Oh, yeah.
Is that what that
It's
is?
interesting you say that's a. It's interesting you say it's a robot. I saw it as a Nerv Ape, like a white Nerv Ape. But I guess I can see the ears look a little bit robotic. Yeah, I have to ask D, our designer, is that a robot or not? Good observation.
I thought it had funny glasses on.
Right, the glasses. Yeah. I was like, okay.
All right.
Or maybe it's just a very well designed Nerv Ape snowman. Yeah. So Gearforge number 2 is happening December 21st. So that's what is that? Saturday, China time, Asia time, Australasia time. So that's happening in this Saturday. The exact time is to be announced. I'm meeting with my team a little bit later today. We're gonna release more details about Gearforge. So super excited about that. That's where you can take gear that you own, and you can, you know what? I don't like this pink jacket. I don't really like these sunglasses, but I really like this cool new gear that's coming out. We're coming out with like a winter themed, Christmas themed gear. For the Gearforge now, and they're like, you know what? I want to forge these 2 gear items that I'm not super excited about this gear I am excited about. So stay tuned for that. Live events, we have visited over 5 countries. We attended major Web 2, Web 3 events and side events. We went to Web 3 Hong Kong. Here's some pictures from that event. From that event, we hit over 20,000 followers. Super grateful for that. We went to, as Matt and Anna, we went to Bitcoin Nashville as well. I wasn't there personally, but our team was there. We also went to Bitcoin RGB++, and back to Hong Kong. We went back to Bitcoin Asia, and then our team was there. And then I went to Tokyo. I was at the International Tokyo Toy Store, so like a Web 2 event over at the Tokyo Big Site. Super fun seeing all the cool toys there. And then Nerv Ape Singapore.
James here. I'm
doing that's my voice again. So yeah, you can watch this video on our YouTube. We went to Nerv Ape Singapore. We went to a bunch of side events as well. And you can see more of that on our YouTube. Nerv Ape Singapore, Tap and Win Law. That's where we introduced our physical Nerv Apes and the NFC chips embedded in them, something that we're looking to build towards in 2025. You could tap a Nerv Ape with your phone and win a NFT. You can win a digital object through a fun little interface that we created on our website. And the big thing that happened, as Matt and Anna had alluded to, Annalise had alluded to back in their rewind part of the presentation earlier. Yes, we had a Color Vibes pop-up November 7th to November 10th at the CKB house. Here are some pictures from that. These are some film pictures I took on my old on an old Canon film camera.
I
So
have
this is
to
part of
ask, is there any ideas for making up another pop-up shop?
Yeah, so I have a slide, so I'm pouring some water. So yeah, we're looking to do more in. We want to hold at least 2 or 3 more. I have a slide about that later on, but I'll talk about that in a moment. Yeah. Yeah, so for Jude Pak Jai, that was the coffee shop that CKB House was held at, and that's where we had our pop-up shop on the first floor. And here you can see this huge banner. This picture doesn't really do it justice. I think you need like people next to the poster, but like this is like a really huge banner that was on the wall just across from the pop-up shop. And then here's one of our models. Check, wearing some of our swag and in front of the pop-up shop. There's another model who's wearing our swag, and then as well as a model / team member, and then also a look at our calm blue Lucky Val Lavender, our Nerv Ape 3X model. Also, we had we also had some here. You can't see them closely. I have a nervous slide coming up. You have some of these Nerv Ape orange squeezes. These were a huge hit. I don't know if you remember, Anna, but these sold out I believe the second day or something. But these were a huge hit.
I didn't get one because by the time I made it over, they were gone.
Right, and then Echo, she had 5 or something, but every time she met one, everyone wanted one. So I think she only has 1 now. She started with 5, and then every time she met networked with someone that she lost, she lost a Nerv Ape squeeze. So so these are orange squeeze that we have a collaboration with DigiBio, a company that does 3D printing. Also, and I do remember seeing Annalise, you were wearing these at CKCon. These are our Nerv Ape Paws. These are available for pre-order on the DigiBio website. We post about them on our X, so go to x.com/nervapes. You can find out more details about the Nerv Ape Paws. They come in black, white, and Bitcoin orange. So on opening night, we had an auction. The auction was a huge success. As Matt mentioned, we sold a total proceeds or a total of about $23,900 and then our team is going to match that amount, and we are using that to purchase Nerv Ape digital objects because we believe in our ecosystem, we believe in our products, and we believe that's a way to give back to our community. As we purchase these items, once we have finished doing the purchases, we'll be making that address public, and so that other Nerv Ape holders can see how many Nerv Apes are in that wallet, and also we'll be accruing bone points, which I'll talk about in a moment. And we'll be giving back the points accrued in that wallet back to the community. So going to community, ecosystem and community. Since the start of Nerv Ape, we are huge fans of CKB, and we started on CKB. So we always want to give back to community. So earlier this year, we had a airdrop to the CKB ecosystem for those who were in the Nervos DAO. We also had a snapshot for our OG 3D collection holders. If you are 3D collection holders, thank you so much. You are one of the OGs for when we first started and released that collection on CKB. We had a snapshot for that bonus as well. And we giving back to the Nervous community with open source code. Code Manad, our CTO. Thank you so much. I'm not sure if he's listening right now, but thank you so much, Code. Him and the dev team with Li Zhao and Xiaofei, they really have done super work. We have about 8 publications on GitHub right now on the BTC Mint, also, delegate lock that lets you, basically all of this is building towards the tech behind these publications are about the release of Nerv Ape digital objects with using the RGB++ protocol, and also is leading towards Nerv Ape on-chain composing. And Nerv Ape on-chain composing is the action that you use to build a Nerv Ape bundle. So 2025, what are we looking towards? We're looking towards combining digital to physical. So, Web 2 plus Web 3, Web 5, phygital, right? We want Nerv Ape to act as an IP that acts as a bridge connecting Web 2 and Web 3, linking creators with technology. So for those who are, unsure about how they can build their IP brand into Web 3, we want to create an ecosystem and a creator ecosystem where they can find ways into Web 3 in a way that's less scary and that's easy to understand, coming from the design or art background. And also want to help Web 3, creators and Web 3 natives understand, what are some cool things that we can do with in the Web 2 world with like objects, like toys, collectibles. And we have so one way we're doing that is collabs with Web 2 companies like RBY Wood Design. They helped build these 5 skateboard tables that were sold at our auction. You can see the distinct designs here. We also have Nerv Ape 3X, the color vibe set, which was also showed at our Chiang Mai store. These are available for pre-order on our website, our shopping website, which is shop.nervape.com. So please check those out. These are available for pre-order now, and each of these have their own. They have their own story, which I'll go for. I know I'm running out of time, but I'll go over very briefly. We've got Fortune Gold for those wealth vibes. We've got Nature Green for those nature vibes. And we also got that blush pink for those love vibes. If you need that love in your life, you got the pure white to empty your mind vibes, and then also we got lucky lavender for some luck. You need some luck in your life. And then some calm blue to just chill out, relax. And we also got that dreamy black. It's probably the most vibrant color of all. We also had our limited edition Thai edition Nerv Ape. These are no longer available for online order. These sold out, and this is a super cool life vibes whirling pattern that we designed. Each of these will be coming with a Nerv Ape chip. If you follow our Nerv Ape saga, which is the story that started it all, you can see here on the engraved on the NFC chip here is Chip, the dog from the Shiba Inu dog from our Nerv Ape saga. So that's why we call it Chip. And in 2025, we're going to be we're still working on the details for the Bone Point system. If you are a Nerv Ape holder and you are a long-time holder, these are ways to earn bone points, which would be like a reward system in the Nerv Ape ecosystem. More details about that coming in 2025. And then chips will be embedded into our physical items, our Nerv Ape 3X items, and we're trying to work out also the connection between what digital objects will we have connected with the physical objects for our Nerv Ape 3X, details in the works, and look out for that in 2025. So looking for, to wrap it up, what we're looking for in 2025 is to continue to increase the composability of our Nerv Ape items with the Nerv Ape bundle infrastructure that we just released. And also this will help with the circulation of Nerv Apes and Nerv Ape gear items. Also, we're going to be looking to do 4 upgrades to the Gear Forge process. Like, wouldn't it be cool if you could maybe generate like a meme or a token by forging gear items? So we're kind of playing around with ideas about what are the possibilities for Gear Forge. Also co-branding gear with other major Web3 and Web2 companies that want to create design gear items with us. Also Web2, as Annalise was alluding to, we're looking to at least, this is the current goal, about 2 to 3 other pop-up stores in Southeast Asia, or North America. That would be super cool, coming to your, maybe close to your hometown. We hope to have a pop-up store in 2025. We had such a great experience in Chiang Mai, and we're looking to repeat that again in 2025 maybe on an even bigger scale. So who knows? We'll keep you all informed. I just want to leave again with a note from Echo. With 2024 coming to a close, we going into 2025, our ethos has still stayed the same. We want to improve the NFT and DLB space, right? This is something that was echoed in one of Echo's writings earlier this year, and is that we want to make the space a little bit less terrible. There's been some recent scams, and there have always been some scams coming along. But here at Nerv Ape, we want to try to build a space that's more inviting, cool, and fun. And we hope that this is the third continent that you're looking for, because this is the one that we're looking for: a space that's more friendly, safe, and just making cool shit. So without further ado, be yourself, trust yourself, create yourself.
Thanks,
Join our
James.
community. Yeah.
Yeah, it was quite the presentation. Thanks so much. Lots of stuff going on in the Nerv Ape world.
Yeah,
So
a lot of Nerv Ape.
lots of things to look forward to. Yeah, I guess, I mean, I know you have to tweet out about your bundle thing that's happening in less than an hour. Guys, if you're interested, check it out. It is happening. So yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to the pop-up shop personally, because that's what I like. So yeah, all right. So we're running a little behind on time here. That was a long presentation, but it was great. I think next we have UTXO Global. UTXO Global, if you can please request to join. There we go. All righty. Hey, Throng, how are you? Testing, testing. Can you hear us? We can't hear you if you're speaking. Oh, fun stuff. Discord loves us. You might try leaving the stage and coming back. Try leaving and coming back, because we still can't hear you. Yeah, let's see if we can fix it. All right. Send us another request.
Hello. Hello.
There we go. That's so
Okay.
weird. We can hear you.
Okay, can you hear me right now?
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay, cool. So, hi Anna, hi Matt, and hi everyone. I'm really happy to be here to join our town hall. And for anyone you don't know me, my name is John. I'm currently CTO of UTXO Global team, and look back to 2024, I think we have some achievements. Firstly, I think we had a chance to meet the CKB EcoFund team at the GM Vietnam event at the middle of the years. From there, we show to them what we are working on, our product, and I would like to say thank you to CKB EcoFund team for helping us from the first day until now. Not only about the tech, but also about the user feedback, because they know language is still our barrier. And second, I think products are the things we route off. For the retailer, we released the UTXO Global Wallet on both the attention and the Telegram mini app, and we are the wallet which is support on the UTXO based model chain, including CKB network, Bitcoin, and Dogecoin, and moreover, our game CKB is one of the first games run on the CKB, which is interacting directly with the UTXO Telegram mini app. And Second, for the institutions, we released the multi-sig whereby the user can able to the team or the project whereby can manage their fund by CKB and Unity by using the multi-sig features. And we intend to right now is support only CKB network, but we intend to open for the Bitcoin and Dogecoin in the near future. And finally, for the developer, we publish the developer product for the developer who wanna to build the Telegram to onboard more the user to join the CKB ecosystem by interacting with our Telegram mini app, and that's on our achievement for the 2034. And what next for the 2025? I think firstly we continue listen the user feedback and improve our product day by day. And second, we will focus on the acquire more user and grow our product by leverage the IGB plus protocol. And our goal in the 2025, we can onboard around 30K or 50K user by end of 2025. Yeah, that's on what I want to share to you guys today. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us and giving us some updates about UTXO Global. If you guys don't follow them on X, you can find them on X. They are pretty active. And if I'm not mistaken, there's also a game that the UTXO Global built out, and it's working on most of the Telegram games, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah. So you guys check out the games if you like them. Yeah. If you have anything else you want to add there, feel free.
Yeah, of course. Right now, just join the CKB game to collect the point. We will launch the game in next couple of weeks, for sure. And who collect more point in this day will have ability to receive the airdrop in gems, the in-game currency of the CKB. Let's try it.
Oh, yeah, there we go. My voice wasn't going through for a second. That's fun.
Mhm.
All right. Thank you so much, Strong. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
And thanks for all the updates.
Thank
So
you, thank
next
you.
we have CKB5. Speaking of memes, CKB5, please make your way to the stage. 'Tis the season for the memes. Hey, Will, how's it going?
Hello, Anna. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. How you doing?
Yeah, fine. How are you?
I'm good. Can't complain. It's been a long day, but we're here. Happy holidays.
Yeah, happy holiday. Hello,
So,
Matt.
take it away.
Okay.
Good.
Well,
I just pulled up the meme. The Doge meme is great. You got Doge and Trump on the front page. These are great.
That's so funny.
yeah, it's a great idea. Yeah. I have prepared slides for this talk. Yeah, can I show my screen? Okay,
Yep,
thank you.
You should be able to now. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Okay, hello everyone, I'm Will, and I'm super excited to be here today to share with you the meme launchpad of the CKB ecosystem named CKB.5. Yeah, today I'm going to talk about the innovative mechanics of CKB5, the current progress we've made so far, and the future plan. If you have tried CKB5 before, you probably know that it allows you to create meme coins just from a single tweet. We all know that X is where a lot of crypto content is happening right now, and many great and funny memes are born there. So this innovative from CKB5 lets more interesting memes easily turn into meme coins based on the RGB++ protocol. That's all through the tweet. So with this innovation, we can give CKB and RGB++ more exposure to X users. Yeah, they can find some these meme coins information just from the tweet. And another thing, when we find a new meme coin, the first thing we want to know is where it came from. That's why CKB5 makes sure to clearly record the source of each meme coin. So you can easily see it's something you are interested in. And at the same time, you can easily compare meme coins from the same source and choose the one you prefer. This way, you can screen out a powerful meme coin through easily competition. And we also think people who discover cool memes should be rewarded. By offering rewards, we can encourage more people to get involved in creating meme coins. That's why CKB5 will distribute 6.9% of tokens to the creators. They can even choose to give some of those tokens to their ex-followers, helping to build an initial community around the meme coin. Through this airdrop incentive, they can also obtain more for ex-followers, shaping their community influence. And after the token is launched, a lot of meme coins community unsure what to do next. That's why CKB5 has built a special prediction market for each community, where they can use their meme coins to predict certain events or even or the price of a token. For example, we can see this meme coin. If one meme coin, okay, if one meme coin is related to electronic sports, the community members can use the meme coin to predict the result of some electronic sports competitions. This is not only gives tokens a fun way to be used, but it also helps communities create valuable content of their own. So far, CKB5 has created 141 tokens, and 6 of them has successfully launched, with 4 of them even ranking in the top 10 by TVL on UTXO Swap. You can check on UTXO Swap. Let's looking forward. We are hoping that once CKB's Lightning Network is live, we will be able to integrate it. That way, people will be able to use BTC and stablecoins to play meme coin. And we are still working on the technical details and testing things out. But we are excited about the possibility. Also, we are also interested about the Doge Pump. So, but we think it should be another product. So I don't want I don't decide to talk that product at this talk. By the way, we also have decided to open source the contract code of CKB5. I think this will not only allow everyone to verify the fairness and decentralized of CKB5, but also allow more people to learn and understand CKB's smart contracts. At last, thank you for following CKB5, and we will keep building the CKB meme coin ecosystem. That's all. Thank you.
Nice. Thanks so much. That was a great presentation. Guys, so follow CKB5 on Twitter. I think you can.
Wow, thank
Will
you.
was explaining to me that you can tweet out memes and you can like create a coin. It's pretty easy. So tis the season for the memes.
Now we also have some cooperation with the community. Some of them are outside our CKB ecosystem. They are from Bitcoin or Ethereum ecosystem. But they are interested in our RGB++ protocol. Yeah, and we are working with them. Yeah, they want to launch some meme coin by RGB protocol. Yeah.
Great to hear. Man, you see, it takes a village to make the dream, and definitely appreciate you, Will, for all your hard work.
Yeah, we will work hard to achieve it. Thank you.
Thanks so much. All right, let's move it on. Wow, it's not too far from 9 o'clock here, but it's okay, guys. It's been a fun stream. We're actually reaching the end. We got Stable Plus Plus next. OX Lee, if you can request to speak on the stage. All right. You're on. Hey, OX Lee, how are you?
Hey, mic check, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, thank you so much. I'm like super excited and a little bit of nervous here. Like, yeah, that's a lot of like interesting and great insights here. And yeah, I know, I understand that we're kind of a little bit behind, so I'm gonna make my speech short. And of course, we're just like a baby here. Like our protocol have just been launched for 2 months, so there's not too much for us to brag about. But yes, we're still very excited. And so yeah, hello everyone. I'm by the way, I'm Lee from Stable Plus Plus Protocol. And to begin with, we really would like to give just a big shout out to CKB once again. Like it's like pretty true that Nerv CKB is destined to become an indispensable part of Bitcoin ecosystem. This with the launch of the Lightning Network, the path of rich payment scenarios and broad new business model supported by Web3 can further develop in the near future. So, and in this context, creating a stable coin that provides stability and reliability for the CKB ecosystem and this Lightning Network is not only beneficial, but also very essential. And we like Stable Plus is the first over collateralized stablecoin protocol based on RGB++ layer using BTC and CKB as collateral. And users can mint RUSD in return. And just in case if you don't really have a clue about what we are, and our stable coin, this RUSD, is also pegged to USD and can freely flow on UTXO-based chains like Bitcoin and CKB, providing users with greater liquidity and stability. And our stable coin, this RUSD issued by our protocol, meticulously designed to maintain a stable value, ensuring its reliability and as a medium of exchange and a store of value. This makes our RUSD an ideal choice for investors who are looking to hedge against the volatility, and for everyday users engaging in transactions, payments, and dApp interactions. And thanks again to this great technical breakthrough brought by CKB and this RGB++ upgrade. And Stable Plus Plus is over collateralized, stable, safe, and capital efficient. And so what we have done this year is basically developing, testing, and of course collaborating. I have to say developing an over collateralized stablecoin protocol on RGB++ layer requires not only technical expertise, but also innovative thinking and wavering dedication. And our developers have worked tirelessly, constantly fine-tuning algorithms and optimizing collateral management and all these related logical design to ensure our protocol is secure. And additionally, we actively seek feedback from the community and our partners, incorporating their insights to refine and improve our protocol. This collective effort, driven by this shared vision of creating a stable and efficient financial ecosystem, has been really crucial in overcoming the challenges we faced and bringing Stable Plus Plus to life. And yeah, huge thanks to CKB Eco Official and our great partners in this fantastic, incredible ecosystem. Stable Plus Plus has been launched onto CKB mainnet on October 18th, and yeah, has been live for 2 months. Our stable stablecoin and protocol token are supported by our partner wallet infrastructures and financial service platforms like UTXO Global, Joy ID, UTXO Swap, and our tokens, our stablecoin and our protocol token are also issued before that by this Seal's IBO platform. We are also actively seeking more opportunities for collaboration within the ecosystem to expand the Stable++ reach. And according to the latest data, our TVL has stabilized above $1 million, making us #1 project within this CKB ecosystem. That is dope, right? And our daily transaction volume has also peaked at 50 grand, constantly placing us like in top 3 on UTXO Swap. And this project is running smoothly, and the stablecoin price has remained stable as expected. And our user base has experienced steady growth, and reflecting the increasing interest and confidence in Stable++. We currently have over 1,000 unique users interacting with Stable++, and this diverse community includes investors and traders or everyday users who rely on the stability and efficiency of our stable coin RUSD. And these achievements indicate that our protocol has made significant progress in reaching its goals. And of course, the progress made so far is just the beginning. Looking ahead, we aim to expand our network of partners to include more DeFi projects, exchanges, and financial platforms, thereby increasing the utility and impact of Stable++. We will advance the liquidity establishment for UTXO Stack and the integration of RUSD with the Lightning Network, providing technical support to ensure seamless integration. Through this integration, users will be able to use RUSD for instant payment and transactions on the Lightning Network, enjoying more efficient and convenient financial services. We are dedicated to ensuring that RUSD offers users a highly refined and convenient financial experience. Yeah, we are quite excited, and I am very nervous, but we are very, very confident about the future, and we'll continuously optimize and expand our platform to provide this better user experience and a greater support for everyone's financial needs. And yeah, thank you. That is all. Thank you so much. Thank you again.
Thank you. Yeah, glad to hear of all of the success with Stable++. I had no idea that it was topped by TVL, but yeah, over $1 million stabilized. That's great.
Yeah, it's quite an achievement. Like you said, you guys are still relatively new, but it's quite the achievement.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's really exciting, right?
Yeah, thank you, Lee. Hopefully, we hear more in the future. Looking forward to 2025. Thanks so much for joining us.
Oh, okay. That's really the pleasure's all mine. Thank you.
Thanks. All right, guys. Well, Lee, actually, you are our last, I guess, a project speaker. Jordan, I'd like to invite you to the stage. I guess, is there anyone in the audience who would like to say any last minute things, anything that, I guess, shout outs? You can give a shout out. There's actually 2 community videos now that I think about it. So we have 2 community members who sent us some shout outs. If you want to give us a shout out or just say, or I guess give the CKB community a shout out, feel free to join now, say hello for a little bit. Now would be the time. I will work on getting these other videos up actually in the meantime. But hi, Jordan, how are you?
I am doing well. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Great. Because yeah, Discord has this big red warning at the top of my screen right now telling me that it's not detecting mic input. So I'm glad that you can hear me.
Oh, wow.
So anyway, here, let me get my camera on.
Yeah, take your time.
Yeah, so I can't believe 2024 is already almost over. I mean, there was so much stuff that happened here in 2024, and we've already talked a lot about projects, so don't worry, I'm not going to reiterate a bunch of the same. We've been speaking about that all of today. Yesterday, we did a real long hashing it out, or actually, was that Monday? That was Monday. We did that hashing it out, where we went through, I don't know how many updates. We went through this gigantic list. We just basically had to read through because we were running out of time, and we didn't, and we there's no way we could have gone in depth into everything that we had to cover. So instead, I'm just going to talk a little bit about where we started and where we are today. As some of you know, I first started in cryptocurrency back in Bitcoin somewhere in the 2010 or 2011 timeframe. I'm not exactly sure when. I can't quite remember, actually. Back then, Bitcoin was less than $1. Nobody really knew what it was. Nobody was using it to pay for anything. And there were scams all over the place. Today, Bitcoin is over $100,000. Everybody knows what it is. Nobody still uses it to pay for anything, and there's still scams all over the place. But you know what? There's been progress made. There's been quite a bit of progress made. So, I mean, I guess what I'm trying to say is if you're in the industry now, it's my opinion that you were still very early, because we have cryptocurrency that's still not really used as currency, but it will one day. So Bitcoin's now 15, almost 16 years old. Back in the early days, I thought it was going to take a very long time to catch on. A lot of us did. And by a long time, I don't mean 15 or 16 years. I'm talking about decades, many decades. I thought 30 or 40 years, if ever. Like, this was part of my experiment on my retirement plan. I didn't think that it was ever going to get this big, this fast. It's faster than I ever imagined it would be. I think that sometimes we kind of lose perspective on time and progress. When I look at what our ecosystem has accomplished, it's actually quite remarkable. When I first joined Nervos, you couldn't really build anything on it, on layer one. The frameworks that didn't even exist yet. I remember one of the first things that Kevin Wang had me do before I actually even officially joined the foundation is he said, here's our frameworks, try to build something. And I came back a day or two later and I told him I couldn't build a damn thing. This doesn't work. Like it is so just undocumented, and you can see there's all this hack jobs and stuff. It was so early back then. You couldn't build anything, but now we actually have real functional next generation projects that other ecosystems can't even keep up with. I mean, CKB launched with innovative features 5 years ago that the industry had never seen before. And now 5 years later, nothing's really even changed. Like CKB is still a leader with the things that it released 5 years ago and has continued to innovate in that time. It's one of the unique outliers, I think, in our industry with a focus on real decentralized innovation. There's no copy and pasting on this. You see it. You know, we lose track of how many blockchains there are because there's, who knows, 20,000, maybe 30,000 now. Almost all of those are copy and paste. This is not one of them. So it's really a privilege to work in this industry. I mean, because getting a job is easy. Finding purpose in what you actually do is really difficult. You know, I'm lucky to be able to wake up every day and be able to contribute to technology that I actually believe in. You know, that doesn't mean that the job is easy, of course. It's still a job. You know, a lot of the things that I do pretty much every day, most of them aren't really that fun. It's sometimes, you know, it's actually difficult to push yourself to keep going, but knowing that what I'm actually building really matters, that's what keeps me going every day. Just knowing that what we actually can put together might actually help fix some of the problems in this world. So right now, you know, Bitcoin, it's taken over the whole world. It's a really, really great time to be a Bitcoin L2. You know, it's great to be collaborating with the UTXO Alliance. And 2024, this has been a really great year for the ecosystem. I'm even more excited about 2025. So I hope all of you guys are too, because, man, we got a lot of stuff that's going to be coming. All right. So anyway, that's it for me. Matt, what do you got for us?
Wait,
That's awesome,
before you
Jordan.
go, Matt,
Jordan.
actually, I
Okay.
wanted to play the first community video shout out because I know you're going to close this out. That was quite heartfelt, Jordan. That was very cute. Just want to say.
I feel like Jordan is the person that has been at this almost as long as me. Outside of the founders, I feel like that's it. But yeah, it is it's a marathon, to say the least.
So let's play this video real quick. I believe this is from Kima. So let's see what Kima has to say for us. To play the pray button. Hello. That's a cool thing.
So hello everyone, I'm really glad to be here sharing with you the feelings of the Spanish-speaking community about Nervos. 2024 has been an incredible year for Nervos CKB, filled with groundbreaking milestones that push the boundaries of blockchain innovation, from RGB++ integration, enabling Bitcoin Layer 2 scalability to Fiber and stablecoin advancements, and acing Nervos' cross-chain potential. This year marked a giant leap forward for both Bitcoin and CKB ecosystems. These achievements aren't just technical, they are shaping a decentralized, efficient and interoperable future where Nervos leads the way. As we look to 2025, the Nervos community has even bigger things ahead. New projects, more innovation and unstoppable growth await. The future is bright, and the future is Nervos. So from the Spanish-speaking community to the whole Nervos community, thank you. Together, we are not just following the future, we are creating it.
That would have been a great mic drop too. That would have been, I feel like we're getting better at closing out the streams because we've got multiple viable stream endings right there. Okay. Practice makes perfect.
We have one more. Okay, let's. I guess to save our suspension here, and actually use you to close out at this rate. Let's just play our last community shout out. That was pretty good. Shout out to Kima for sending that video. I don't think the next video that we have is as decorated, just because I think it's just the video recording. But yeah, you're right. That would have been the way to go. So funny. All right. I think this one is. Oh God, I forgot his name. Oh no. It's gonna come to me. Is it Kevin?
Kevin, yeah, it's Kevin.
Hey everyone, Kevin here. As I think back to how I wound up here over 3 years ago, started off as just a random purchase of a coin, a few posts on Reddit, and then an invite to the Telegram. Once there, I found the community talking about some pretty amazing things. So I started to go down the rabbit hole and became amazed at the level of detail that went into designing Nervos. In fact, today I still learn new things about Nervos over 3 years later. Spending time in the community with some amazing people has transformed me from wanting to flip a quick buck to wanting to become part of the CKB movement. We have so many amazing people in our Nervos Nation community, from builders, creators, developers, to people who evangelize CKB across socials, and a tremendous group of community leaders who are moving CKB forward. And I'm proud to be part of Nervos Nation. It's become almost like a second family to me, as it has for so many others. One thing I love about Nervos is even 5 years later, they haven't strayed from the original vision and values of the founders. And now we see it all coming together with RGB++, Fiber, the Bitcoin ecosystem expansion, etc. As new crypto narratives come up all the time, Nervos is always at the forefront of them because of its architecture. And as new ones come up in 2025 and beyond, CKB will be right there again. The future is very bright for CKB. So on that note, happy holidays to whatever you celebrate, and Happy New Year to all. It's going to be another great year for Nervos. Onwards and upwards to 2025 and beyond, friends. Peace.
Thanks, Kevin. Okay, looks like I have the last words. Okay. So I just want to start off by calling attention to the social growth of the project. Like I know that this is a bull market year, so there are lots of people around. But when I saw the lineup for today in what I thought was kind of a more casual stream, yeah, I was kind of taken aback, and I think, watching the community grow, like we are growing exponentially, and it's starting to really kind of pick up now. And yeah, I think people are really seeing the power of CKB. There was someone on YouTube right now just telling me that, we need to make more people in North America aware of like CKB's quantum resistance. And I feel like some difficulty here because I don't think people really care about those things. But given the fact that CKB is the only coin in the top 200 that is truly quantum resistant, like these things really matter. And as Jordan said, like these are things that have been a part of the project since the start. So it can be hard to kind of know like what people care about. But I see people coming and they're they'll tell us. So 2024 really was a year of change. All of this, Bitcoin L2 stuff, it actually started outside of the project, the core team. It started out with, friends of, I don't know, Jan Cipher, et cetera, wanting to find something that could be done with, CKB and Bitcoin. And, back then it kind of sounded like just keeping up with the trends, which CKB is the opposite of keeping up with the trends. And yeah, I think it did take a little bit of work to figure out exactly what is the CKB Bitcoin L2 kind of play. How does that work? And I see with RGB++ that we really found something that embodies everything that Bitcoin stands for and CKB stands for as well. And the selling point for RGB++, in my opinion, has been pretty simple, and that's people want to natively use Bitcoin to trade for L2 assets, which you can't really put that on a big banner and hype that up, but it's a very useful thing, and it embodies like trustlessness of the Bitcoin community. So that's been a powerful thing, and I think for a long time we knew that CKB was different from Ethereum, but we didn't really have a name for it. And I see as we look toward 2025 that the meme of Web 5 really is how we draw that distinction between what we are building and what others are building. And I can see that the decisions of CKB, like the underlying architecture of CKB, like these are things that will, I mean, I'll project here, I'll go out on a limb and say that they will be the future of this industry. Like people will copy the way that things are done on CKB, the same way we see that people copied what's done on Ethereum for 10 years. People will look at, say, how CKB is quantum resistant with CKB VM and say, we should do it that way. That makes a lot more sense. And I can see that in even the Bitcoin community, which we usually think of as like the ossified community, the conservative community, what CKB aspires to be, the Bitcoin community is in the midst of being split apart, and we're starting to see the start of like a second Bitcoin civil war. And we just don't have these problems on CKB. All of that is about some fork to make changes to Bitcoin, and with CKB, the idea is that we don't need forks to make changes. And like I said, people will they will see this eventually, and they will copy it. And yeah, I also share the sentiments of Jordan of I have this privilege of working on something I believe in, but I'd like to say that all of you can share in the same thing. I think if you watch the Ethereum community grow from a small thing, it went from maybe tens or maybe a couple hundred people being able to work on it to literally thousands. And CKB's longevity seems to look even better than Ethereum's. Yeah, we even see Cardano bending the knee to Bitcoin. And it really is incredible to just watch this industry develop. Solana is just a casino at this point, and then you have this ocean of things that people don't really care about. But we have this great thing of working on something that we believe in, and yeah, CKB is the most exciting proof of work project that I see. And if you look at all the proof of stake projects, which maybe will be around, maybe won't. CKB looks really good, and yeah, as I see us stepping forward, I mean, things are just going to continue to expand, and yeah, 2024, the growth was kind of unimaginable, kind of before, and when I look at things, moving on now, I can only imagine if we get a similar kind of jump. Yeah, I'm so grateful for everyone that's here, everyone that showed up. Yeah, we certainly can't do it alone. This project started from a small group of people, but it certainly won't scale with one. So it's great to have everyone here, get more involved. I think from a foundation perspective, for more people to get involved, for more people to be able to earn a living, propelling CKB forward. And yeah, gonna need a lot of help and a lot of input. So always open ears to anyone with anything to share. So thank you for stopping by, and yeah, hope you have great holidays and happy New Year. And yeah, we'll see you in 2025.
Thanks so much, everyone, for watching. Sorry, YouTube, I accidentally cut off Matt trying to set up the stinger because I know he was going out, but we got him back just in time. Thanks, everyone, for watching. See you next year. Get involved. Get to the Nervos Talk, and keep an eye out for community proposals coming your way. Thanks, everyone.